Hey, True Believers, Englentine here. Wow, good turnout tonight. We've got an interesting show tonight. I figured let's do years, you know, because for a while I was doing decades or ages and such. So why don't we do years? I decided let's start with 1935 because 1935 is when the first original content comic was produced. As a matter of fact, just to show respect, we're going to be showing that off as the first cover. Don't expect it to get high marks, but I wanted to respect it and put it in there anyway. I did have to throw in some pulp magazines as well, but because 1935, it was kind of the end of the trial periods. If you look over the Platinum Age, there were a lot of trial and error with what format comic books were going to end up taking. Of course, folding them up and throwing them into newspapers tended to kind of tell you how big they were going to be, you know, which is what we ended up with the Golden Age and everything. But even before that, the Tijuana Bible. I don't know if you guys know what those are. Those are these rectangular comics, hardcover, what we would call a hardcover graphic novel. Now that was tried with stuff like the Pixies, which was, oh goodness gracious, there was a movie about them. Sorry, I can't remember it. The Brownings, I think, is what I'm thinking of, which is about a family of little people who live in people's houses. You guys could probably figure out from then. They made a movie of it with Jim Broadbent in the 90s, and then Secret Life of Arietta is based on it, and so forth, so on. But anyway, that came out with the hardcover graphic novel. So there were a lot of trying to figure out what this medium was going to even be, if there was going to be a medium at all. And then they fold them up, put them in newspapers. It was all reprint of old stuff. And then finally somebody said, well, instead of putting in other people's stuff, why don't we make our own? And away we go. And I figured, what the heck? Let's check out these old ass covers, older than me. And in some cases, older than me and Eric combined. So actually, that is really fucking true at this point. 1935. Holy crap! When what was that? That was 25, 70. That was 95 years ago.
89.
89. Oh, okay. I don't have good math skills. There you go. Nor do I talk no good. Anyway, kids, let's get this road on the show and get going here. Hello to MK. He just jumped in. And I did invite a couple of people. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they show.
Me not know if they show up.
Me not know. Well, you know, I guess you guys
aren't we all just speaking like the email tonight?
Yeah, I'm. I just don't know.
50 Shades of Onion.
Ugh, I can't even believe you did that, man. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's get this thing started with, let's see.
Let's get it started in here. Let's get it.
All right.
My shirt, by the way. What is that? Cincinnati Red shirt? I'm trying to see what that.
No.
Yeah.
That's probably
wrong guy, right?
Might be a Disney shirt, but it says
no. It's actually it's a jean company. It's Wrangler. Gail being at Walmart, the browser can't access your screen. Try to capture a different screen to see if this continues. Wait, what? You can't share my freaking screen?
For
I'm
those
paying
in the chat,
$35. You better be able to share it.
For those in the chat, to play along with the game tonight, leave a super chat for $2 or more and just put a song lyric in there, but don't tell E. And then we'll see if he can figure out it's a song lyric.
Before you get too panicked, VENKMAN was saying how he had problems with his stream earlier tonight, so YouTube might have some glitches.
YouTube had a glitch for me where I was in the middle of a stream on Extreme Movie Show, and then it said, cannot find your destination anymore, StreamYard. I'm like, thanks, StreamYard. So we ended the stream, and then I had to record the rest of it offline. Now I got to edit a video, do them together, and put it up tomorrow.
Well, if it persists, then the only thing that is actually, I've made this hot in here. It's 37 degrees outside. If it persists, the only part that we lose is the ending. Because I mean, you guys can trust I'm putting stuff in the right position and everything.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I had no issues. We just did a 2-hour stream, or it felt like only 2 hours.
So the only thing we need to know is if the brand show up. So we'll begin that, and I'll put up the go for what is book 1. Alrighty, and oh, here we go. Alrighty, and RDV, what you're in front? Well, actually, judging, but we'll make it match the bottom there. All right, Eric, you're in front here, and you could start us off with Fun Comics.
That's
or
right.
New Fun Comics, number 1 from February 1935.
Yep.
Okay, let me put the go for in the chat.
It's the big comic magazine. I will say 8. You know, it is 1935. This is clearly just a page in the book, but you know, they're still feeling their way, so I will say 8.
All righty. And how about you, RDV?
Jack Woods. But I don't see any woods. You see that, Jack?
Well, maybe that's not. That was inappropriate to put on the cover.
Maybe the variant. Maybe he has a villain. It's called Jack Wouldn't.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, this is very generic. I mean, I do. If it'd been like Lone Ranger, maybe a little more incentive. But this just feels kind of weird. But I guess this is like they're trying new things to see what's going to go on. Maybe it'll change as we go through the rest of the
obviously
issues.
Yeah, because you know we've seen future comic covers.
But I'll just say, you know, it looks in nice condition. You know, scan you got, so I can actually tell what it is.
Yeah,
I'll go 8. You know,
okay.
It's just like it's still kind of generic though. You know, if it'd be Cliff Cornwall, then it'd be a 12.
Of course. Alrighty, MK, what do you think?
Who's that? Like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood there on the cover? Not the.
It's a Western comic book character. This is the very first comic book to ever have original content in it.
Clint Eastwood was 5 when this came out.
Dude, this looks more like it's Fred from Scooby-Doo's father. Look at the ascot he's got on his neck.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Fun Comics. This wasn't the same company that became, what was it, DC or Marvel
DC.
later on?
Yep.
It was. Okay, yeah, I know it was one. I just can't remember. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of a newspaper comic strip, you know.
Yeah.
You open up and that's what you see. I guess I'll go 8 on it. You know, it's kind of cool,
right.
retro. You know, so.
Yeah, I get the sentiment because here we are dealing with. Obviously, they don't have the technology for a lot of the art they could do today. We are dealing with the most primitive of comic book covers. So I get what they're going for. I think it's all right. It is not amazing. I think I would give it. I think I'd give it a 7. I think it's a good cover for what they could do at the time.
Do you think back then the people hated this book are like, yeah, Fun Comics puts the FU in fun?
They may have been, sir. Jay says 8, so does Brian Stam. All right, Maranya saying New Fun Comics number 1, Truth in Advertising on the cover. Also a sneaky way to get one more strip in. That's true. Score a fun 8. And then we have, I don't have any Fun Comics. You know, you must be buying new Marvel and DC. Michael Taylor says 8, cool panel cover. And then we've got Eric saying, hey, Jay, are you available to help with the auction tomorrow? I kind of have other plans. So long as it's not another auction. Dark Admiral here says 8, the art is good.
No.
And we have 4 from Black Spiders. And we have, let's see, 8, the comic that became more Fun Comics. And there is a famous first editions of this book. Says 1 Slick. And we have Ethereal saying 5. So we've got an 8 and a 5. And let's see, that's saying a lot because Eastwood is in his 90s. Yeah, that's true. Glinzer says 7. Alrighty. This is going to be an 8 because we've got Oh, go ahead. Oh,
Cool Beans J.
Thank you. Let's see. We have this going to the 8s, and yes, I am going through the motions of putting this where it needs to be, even though we can't share it out.
If there was another auction tomorrow, there'd be a lot of Donald Duck comic books for sale by Graphic Man because he's showing off his Dell books tomorrow.
Cool. Alrighty, let's see.
I love me some Justice League Adventures, but those old Donald Duck Scrooge ones.
Is he selling them?
No.
It's just,
I'm saying if he was, though, that's where I'd be going.
Okay.
I know you're not big on watching other videos because you're always busy, but this one's right up your alley because he's.
Oh no, I've watched those before. I have to get past the beginning because because I don't like the opening with the screeching music. It was just it. But I liked watching the covers. However, the auction's important to me and my family. So
the thing about YouTube is that it's always there.
Yep. Alrighty, RDV. How about here is the second book, Alley-Oop Big Little Books.
Ooh.
Yes.
A guy with a monkey head. And
well, he's a caveman.
Wow, he's got Popeye arms and Popeye calves. Wow, look at that. Even the dinosaur is like, what the heck's with this guy? Wow.
Well, that's Denny, his dinosaur.
And then a few years later, it became Denny's because he ate him.
That is true. That is a true fact, yes.
That's all right. I'd say 7.
Alrighty. And how about you, sir, MK?
This dinosaur, he reminds me of something, I don't know, like a cereal character, or I mean like on a box of cereal, or like from a 70s or 80s cartoon, but I just can't
his name's Alley-Oop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is actually a song by him too, which is really going through my head right now.
I like how the caveman, he kind of looks like almost like an amalgam between a human and an ape or something, like his face. Like I can't, really place it. But yeah, I kind of like the art and the simplicity of it. So maybe I'm thinking of like the Land. What's that movie? The dinosaur movie, the animated movie, the Land of Make Believe.
Land Before Time.
Yeah, Land Before Time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking. With this guy might kind of give me those vibes. Yeah, I'll go. I guess I'll go 8. It's a pretty cool cover.
Alrighty. How about you, Eric?
I'm going to say 8. I like it.
All right. Okay. And yeah, I'm going there too. I think this is a lot of fun. And I by the way, I love Big Little Books. And yeah, it's actually done well. I used to read Alley-Oop all the freaking time and loved the song just because I read the comics. Alrighty, so Jay is saying 10, Glinzer says 6, and Michael, Brian, and Ethereal say 8. So we've got a 6, 3 8s, and a 10. Alrighty, 1, 2, and 3, and a 10. Okay, and then Black Spider says 4. Maranya says Alley-Oop, great representation of the comic strip character, well rendered and sells to the target audience. Score a Dino 9. One Slick says 9 as well. And it looks like a golden book. It is. It's a golden age book, and it's a Big Little book. You can see that because it actually says it also says My Comic Shop, but we're going to ignore that part. But it does say Big Little book. Alrighty. Undead Quinn says 4. Dark Admiral says 9. Okay. And let's see. Alley-Oop, oop, 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 oop. Well, there's a man in the funny papers. We all know. Now you, Eric. All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
And Jackson gives it an 8. Okay, let's get the stop here. All right, and we'll see where this one goes to. And let me see. Can I share this out, or is it still going to give me the business? Yeah, nope, can't do it. All right, so let's see where this one goes. Uh-oh. Well, that's not fair. I tried to share it out, and instead it closed it down. I don't have my tier list. That does suck. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see. We had okay, hold on. I know how to do this. Wow, this is a weird show because I don't have a tier list now. We've got 2 4s taking out that 1 10 and one of the 3 9s. And then we've got 6 and 7 taking out the last 2 9s, leaving 7 8s. And this one is an 8. Same as the new fun. Alrighty, here we go. And let me get the stop on that. And we will put on the go for our 3rd book of the night. Oh, thank you, Maranya, for the suggestion. Let me see. History. See if it... I didn't save it. So that is what I'm a bit afraid of. Does it come up? All righty. Yes. Okay. Awesome. There we go. Let me get this and put this in the 8s. And we'll move forward here. And it is MK's turn to lead us off. And MK, you get our 3rd book of the night. This is new comics, not fun comics, but this is new comics #1. There we go. All right.
Oh, ooh, snowball fight. Oh, those are puffy pants. I'm sure that kid he got half his head shaved. Or that's just his hair. I don't know. Yeah, pretty cool. I like how the other kid is like just threw a snowball at the side of his face. Snowball fight. Pretty cool. Simplistic. I think I'll go 7 on this one. Yeah.
All righty. We got a 7 from MK. How about you, Eric?
Yeah, I'm trying to reconcile the time, but this really is not doing anything for me at all.
Okay.
So I'm going to say 6.
Hey, man, you know what? Part of this is really taking a look at some covers maybe we've never seen. Now, this is the series right here. New Fun Comics #1 was was kind of like a one-shot testing grounds. This is new comics, and it's the #1 of the main series. It's the way it is. You like it, you don't like it, and after you see some of the comic book covers coming up, made in the same year, I think your 6 will be very justified on this one. All righty, but hey, at least you get to see comic book covers you haven't seen before. RDV, what do you say?
I like the snow. I love the indentation they're walking in there. The depth, you can see it.
Yeah.
I love the hills. You know, so basically it looks pretty cool. The snow in the background. I guess they're playing at nighttime, but there's no stars outside, so maybe it's overcast. Okay. Watch out for that radioactive alien down in the bottom left corner, though. Yeah,
whatever that splurg is. I think that's supposed to be it looks like a snowflake, to tell you the truth.
It looks like don't put that one in your mouth. That one's a little yellow though. I mean, I understand the puffy pants like that came out because it depends what it's made. I'm sure they had jeans, but I mean, like, depending on your status, these are snow pants. They've always been kind of like puffy, so it makes sense. These got, you know, yeah. Honestly, though, like, I understand this isn't a Christmas issue, but it would be awesome if it actually had a Christmas cover though with the stars and it actually had some trees in the background and stuff. You know, you had I think was Archie on this time yet, or is this before Archie?
No, this is way before. Yeah, this is before Archie. This is before Superman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like the background. I like the colors. I'm gonna go 8 on it.
All right. I'm going to agree with that. It's like Eric said, you know, you could take it the context of the time it was made. I think it's fine for what it does. I like the fact that they put comedy above adventure, thrills, and prizes, which a lot of these older comic books, you would have a comic story, you would have an adventure story, maybe a Western or something like that. That being said, this is an incredibly simple cover, and once again, you will see better coming up. Like you know, I tried to go from least impressive to most impressive on these. This one I'm giving a 7 to as well here. All right, let's go to, hey, Ashley, what's up? Jay is saying 5. Brian Stam says 7. And Glinzer says 6. So we've got a 5, a 6, and a 7. Let's see. Did I draw that? Says Undead Quinn. Great Googly Moogly gives us a 4. Not really liking it at all. 4. Sorry, I'm trying to like these books. Hey, man, you got your opinion, and we respect that. It's okay, man. Dark Admiral says 7. 6 from Michael saying, I'm with you, Eric. All righty. And New Comics #1. Simple sells the idea of the book to its target audience. Good rendering. Score a new 6, says Maranya. All righty. This looks old. It's 19. We're doing covers from 1935, Black Spiders. Ethereal says 5. All righty. Did I get MK's? Yeah, MK started it. All righty. Let's see. One Slick says 7. Did I miss anybody? Nope. One Slick says 7. The colors of the actual comic look better than the scan, says One Slick. There we go. And let's see. I guess people are still learning how to make great covers. I know there was, but it's hard to believe that there was anything that predates suits. I know, right? People were wearing dress suits then. I know it's hard to find scans of these. It is. Some of these I went around trying to find the best one possible, and only to find out that a lot of them have different degrees of this cover. And literally, you see below his hand, you'll see like a tear. I have seen so many covers like this. The difference is the color grade. Like some of them are washed out and such. But yeah. Okay, so anywho, let's move forward here. Let me get the stop. All righty. I don't know. I know you guys show up and you do the cover rankings and all that. I got to tell you, from my point of view is this. Looking at these covers, I have never seen a lot of the ones that I'm showing to you tonight. I saw New Fun and I saw New Comics and such, but it's just so much fun to go through these and find all sorts of different ones. I hope you guys are getting some of that thrill as well of seeing things that you've never seen before from our hobby, our medium here. All right, so we have 2 4s. Taking out that 1 9 and one of the 5 8s. We've got 2 5s. Oh, that's not a 9, that's an 8. Okay, so 2 4s taking out that 1 8 and one of the 5 7s. 2 5s taking out 2 more, and so that means there's only 2 7s left, and it's going against 4 6s, ladies and gentlemen. This gets a 6. This was beaten by the 1 panel cover. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it is. All righty. Let's see. That was number 3. Do I have 3? I have 3 covers up here. I do not. I need to get the alley-oop up here. There we go. Here it is. And that was also an 8. Okay. And so it's my turn to start us off. I've got number 4, and this is Air Stories. Flying Thrills and Aerial Adventure, starring Tracy Treacher, Sky Duel, The Scarlet Scourge, and 7 other great stories. Let me get the go here. All righty. Go for Air Stories. Okay, and I got to tell you, one thing I'm impressed with is a lot of these Platinum, some Golden Age and such, they're painted covers. Oh, and by the way, thank you to my comic shop for having I got a lot of these from my comic shop, by the way. And I like the painting. I like the light on the cloud on the left, how you get the sun shining brighter over here and it kind of gets darker as it goes. It's got great lines. There's great motion to this cover. You can actually, even on the plane itself, you can see like the wind is going over it. And that's one thing I think is really good. This is an awesome freaking cover. I'm giving this a 9. How about you, Eric?
Come back to me, please.
Okay. How about you, RDV?
You know what's missing? Something. It's missing Tom Cruise. Basically, the new trailer.
Right. Oh no, I haven't seen the new trailer. No.
The new trailer has a biplane like those, like chasing, and he's hanging on to it.
That actually makes sense. If you're going against AI, you want to go less, not more. Technological. What do you think of this cover, sir?
I'm getting motion sickness just thinking about being in that plane, being chased up, down, flying around. Ugh.
That has to be a good thing, then.
Not for me.
No, but what I'm saying is it's a good thing for the cover because it says that the cover, you know, if you can feel the motion, then that has to be.
It's good, yeah. You can see the sun on the wing, so you can see the shading, the wind resistance. It looks cool. There's also some bullet holes on the top of that plane.
Yep.
You know, the guy's trying to hang on to his hat. He's looking down. He's like, I'm screwed. It looks cool. I'm gonna give it a 10.
All righty. MK, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it too. It's definitely like it gives me World War II vibes, right? He said this is the 30s, right?
World War One, actually, I think maybe.
World War? Oh, I was thinking like World War II. I don't know. Well, whatever. You know, like the retro plane. Also reminds me of those toys I used to buy when I was a kid, like the dollar store. Probably toxic, made from China. You know, the cheap wheels on the bottom.
Well, the Rocketeer had planes like this too. Remember that movie?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool though. I there's also a game with these planes for the past few years, but I can't remember the name. But yeah, I'll go 10. I like it's pretty cool. You know.
All
looks
right.
like a painting. Looks very like painting, like you know.
Red Baron.
Eric, are you back with us?
Yes. Now these are really unfair comparisons because Pulps, sold themselves on the covers.
Mm-hmm.
There was always phenomenal covers on Pulps, and this is no exception. That said, this is a phenomenal Pulp cover, so I'm giving this a 10.
All right. Yeah, there weren't a lot of comic books back then. I had to kind of cultivate.
You can definitely see the difference.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, there are better comic book covers coming up as well. So it is really cool. I love doing the idea of doing the year things. I hope you guys get some enjoyment out of it as well. Alrighty, let's see. We have 10 from Jay, Brian, Undead Quinn, and Dark Admiral. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 7 from Ethereal and Black Spiders. 1 and 2. And we have Joe with an 8 and 9 from Great Googly Moogly and a 10 from One Slick saying motion lines are excellent for the time frame. So we've got an 8, a 9, and a 10. Okay, Maranya comes on in and says, Air Stories dynamic cover that definitely sells a book. Word blurbs, non-intrusive. Score an Ariel 10. Let's see, 9, very cool cover. Planes and clouds, extremely well done. Alrighty. And then we have my oldest book is Bob Hope #1 in Bugs Bunny. Cool. It needs pink flamingos on the wings. Where's the Red Baron? Where's Snoopy? And then we have, let's see, let me get the stop here. And if you do have a late vote, put it right on in there. Alrighty. And this has 2 7s, 1 8, and 3 9s trying to take down 10 10s. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have our first ages.
Let's get rid of this sucker.
Children of all ages. There we go. Alrighty. And let's go on. And Eric, you have the next one again. And this is Famous Funnies #6.
Okay, now this is a much better cover than Fun Comics. Yeah, for what this, I'm gonna give us a 10.
Alrighty. Ready now when the clock strikes 12. Okay, so the lady with the rolling pin. That's funny. All right, RDV, what do you say?
That guy's really short. It's like the Japanese manga. It's like when an old person gets old, or a younger person gets old, they shrink. He's got to be like 2 feet tall. That pin will kill him. It's about the same height as him. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. It's the 10.
All right.
And look at he even have Puppeteen, or is that on the upper right? Look, he's got legs. He's got the bottom there. Puppeteen.
Okie doke. And MK, what do you say?
I think I'll go 9 on it. I like the classic clock, like the old school clock. And the girl with the pin, the rolling pin, kind of reminds me of Popeye character for some reason. I just can't place like which character.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I like this as well. It's a very simple joke. You get it right away. This is, gosh darn, it's almost like reminiscent of Silly Symphony cartoons and such with the famous funnies here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go 9 on this one. Okay, let's see. Jay says 8. So does Michael Taylor and Brian Stamm and Undead Quinn and Joe. So that's 5 8s right out the gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then Maranya says famous funnies number 6. This definitely sells the book with promise of what's inside. Score famous 10. Dark Admiral gives it a 10, and so does one slick dude saying funny as it's supposed to be. So there's 3 10s. 1, 2, and 3. 8 from Ethereal Dragon. That's actually E in the foreground. I'm a little bit taller than that, but okay. All right, we got an 8 from Ethereal. There we go. And let's see what we got here. Actually, what do we have here? We have, oh, let me get stopped first, and we'll bring this down. Go in order. Zoinks. Turns Mark Waid into pizza and gives it to him. Oh, okay. All right, let me get this down here, kids. And we've got 6 8s, taking out all 5 10s and one of the 2 9s, leaving 1 9 left. So that's where we're going to put famous funnies number 6 right on into the 9 column. All right, we're doing better than I thought we would actually here, kids. RDV, you know, I'm from Disney, Disney Town in
Wow, that's as well as saying I'm from the government. I'm here to help. If you're from Disney, go away.
Well, I'll tell you what. My mom, the first time I went to Disney, I was 1.
Yeah.
But I figure, what the heck, I'm gonna give this one to you. You could take Mickey Mouse merchant. It's a Mickey Mouse merchandise. I know that I'm cheating here. Catalog.
Wow, you know, I'm getting like the Universal vibes. Remember back in the day, they had the planet splitting. You had the flight, and you had the plane going around it.
Yeah,
the way they draw the Earth like that. My intellectual properties is Earth. Yeah, pretty much.
And once again, guys, forgive me for taking from other places. There wasn't a lot of comics back then. Go on ahead, RDV.
So this is the origin story of Disney trying to conquer the Earth. Started back then.
Yeah,
Ted.
all the way. Yeah.
And you notice he has red shoes on.
Yeah, that's right. Not the yellows.
Because he stomped on all his opponents. He killed them.
Well, no, that's later. He wasn't that big right now. Yeah. But what do you say?
I said 10.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I apologize there.
It's okay.
I didn't either.
So from RDV and MK.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
This reminds me of like a movie.
Like RKO, right? The
Out of nowhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Or kind of like what do you call it? You know the Universal opening with the globe, the old school Universal.
Wow.
Where it's
Deja
reminded me of
vu.
that. Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, he's in space drawing or whatever. Yeah, I'll go 10 with that. Yeah.
All right. Brian Stam says, as much as I despise Disney, you don't despise this Disney. This Disney was just trying to make it. All righty. We got a 10 from MK. How about you, Eric?
Oh boy. Just had to do that.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm afraid I too many cigarettes over the years precludes me from being able to do a true Mickey.
Well, that was the fact that your balls dropped, unlike Puppeteens.
Well, you got pretty high pitched there when you did it.
Yeah.
So
I had a nut tap in order to get that high.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. I'll send you a video on OnlyFans.
You know, I'm gonna refer back to what you said about having to borrow from other sources because it was 1935. As a piece of art, I gotta say 10 because I like the lettering. I like the
Yeah, in all honesty, this was a case of I didn't know because I was just going through covers. Oh, okay, because I put 1935 comics and this one popped up. And it looks so much like an RKO picture screen.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, and the way like you said, the lettering is kind of Superman-ish. The coloring on this, the shading, it is just so freaking awesome. And then I blew it up and it says Mickey Mouse. I was thinking, I don't know what the word was on the bottom. So it said Mickey Mouse merchandise. I went, now I've got a dilemma. Do I put it in or not? This is too damn good not to put in. I'm giving it a 10 as well. 9 from Jay and Dark Admiral. Ethereal saying it's hideous. I completely disagree. Undead Quinn says a 9.
Well, wait,
10, very cool cover. I like this cover, says Michael Taylor.
Ethereal, what do you think about the comic, though? Not E.
8. I like the color, says Joe. And then we've got Evil Mouse becomes not. This mouse isn't. He's not even going to become evil until after Walt dies. And then it's going to take 20 years. Alrighty, let's see. As much as I despise Disney, says Brian, giving it a 9. The colors suck. What are you talking about? What are the bottom 3 numbers? The bottom is actually Grumpy, Dopey, Minnie Mouse. Can't quite tell the middle one. And moving forward, I think the last one is Donald Duck. Alrighty. But let's see. We got a 9 from Brian Stam, and then Grit Googly Moogly gives it a 10. And I went to Disney in 2050th anniversary, says Michael Taylor. Good time to go, except for the Magic Kingdom had that hideous freaking cake on it. The Cinderella's castle. Wait, did you go to Disney World or Disneyland? The red is the only thing I like about it, says Ethereal. One Slick says 9. Alrighty, and we've got Mickey Mouse Attacks the Planet. Nowadays, yes. And Black Spider says 7. Brian, this was when Disney was great. That is a true fact, yes. Right, and we got a 7.
Is he pointing to California, saying, I'm taking that next?
Yep. All the words for 1, 2, and 3. What?
There is no 1, 2, and 3 on here.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, illegals, come in right here. Oh, boy.
At the Mexican border, right here by California.
He's pointing to Burbank. Hot dog.
That was like too deep. That was like a deeper Mickey Mouse.
Alrighty, so here's what we got, kids. We've got one. Oh, I've got to get the stop up. Damn, I keep forgetting to stop.
Oh, it's on the tier list. Where's for 1, 2, and 3? It's some of that. Say the tier list that next time. We don't know what you're talking about. There's a theory. He wants to know what he's ranked at 2.
Oh, I'm about to do that. Yeah, we've got 1, 7, and 1, 8 taking out 2 of those 6 10s. Unfortunately, it took out 2. We have 5 9s going against 4 10s. The 9s
right over his head. He was asking you, is it bad, worse, horrible? What is the ranking?
Oh, 1 is god awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 is doesn't really do it for me. 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, and 10 is super awesome, or whatever word you want to put in there for it. Alrighty.
Actually, I like it being muted because it actually makes the words pop more.
There you go. 3 then.
Yep.
Alrighty. It still remains a 9 though, but it will change the score. Alrighty, let me get this one down. That was RDV. And this is for MK, and this is called 20 Story Magazine.
Man.
Wow. Interesting names for these.
I gotta stop eating these. I discovered Crunch and Munch. You guys ever had it before?
Oh, I love Crunch and Munch, yeah.
I ate like half the bag now. I'm like the box. I'm like, I can't
it is incredibly addictive.
Crunchy Munch? What's that?
Cracker Jacks. If you ever had Cracker Jacks,
Cracker
like
Jack.
Cracker
Oh,
Jacks.
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but these actually have peanuts though. That one's don't.
Yeah, and also it's not stale.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? I like stale caramel popcorn.
interesting. Yeah, I love Cracker Jacks. Yeah, this is yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's this guy fell out of a blimp or something, a plane or something. I don't know.
No, he
Or
fell
he's
out of
falling. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He fell out of a 20-story building.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Or
all
just
right.
falling down a hill.
I figured that was just the name of the whatever. Okay.
It's the Grand Holiday #1. So, and considering it says 1 net, I don't think this is an American comic.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, this one definitely looks like a painting for sure.
Mhm.
The colors, watercolors, and stuff. I'm starting like Amy now. Yeah, I took art a lot in school, so yeah, it's bringing me back. All right, so I guess yeah, I'll go 9 because of the detail. I don't really know, you know. It seems like if you just look at it, it's like, you know, a lot of stuff here and there, but I like the colors, and the gun looks awesome. They got the detail on the gun and the people. 2 guys are really, really detailed.
All righty. And Eric, what do you think?
See, I'm letting my imagination take over. He is falling. Yeah, he's falling off of something high, and the gun is about to go off and blow away the guy behind him, which would have been a much cooler cover. But
Well, maybe his left arm.
Yeah, or maybe he shot his arm off. There's a hell of a lot of detail on this. It's very well done. I'm gonna go 10.
All righty. And let's see, RDV.
Looking at that, the background, the pink and the green and stuff, it looks like my parents, when I was growing up, their comforter goes over their bed. So they're falling onto like something like that. Because there's a bullet down there over in the upper left corner. And then 2 old guys, and just, hey, now it finally popped up on my screen on StreamYard. I was looking at my phone. It did a delay for me. Yeah, it delayed for me for some reason. And I don't have another Lope or nothing. But yeah, it looks like, you know, you got Laurel Hardy and the up guy on top there. He's just like, I'm old for this bullshit. And the other guy's like Bobby Hill. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's called The Miracle of Stromek. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. This is weird. I guess I'll go 7, because I just don't know what's going on. I think this one guy stumbled and he's falling off the cliff, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, what would the story be if this guy's just slipping down a hill and he loses his gun? I don't see the drama on it. But take that away. I mean, and this is really a nice pastoral painting. It is a bit of a comedy of errors. There's good detail to the boat and the rocks. You know, we joke about the detail on the rocks. The purple leaves against the green grass actually makes, or is that blood? It actually makes for a decent painting. I don't know. What would you score it?
I said they're on wildflowers. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go 8 on this one myself.
I'd said 7 because it looks like they're on a hill and the guy accidentally fallen. He's gonna fall off the cliff to the right.
Could be. Yeah. That could be the drama. All righty. Hello to Leon. What's up? Hope you're doing well. Michael Taylor says 8 for the art. Undead Quinn says 6. Alrighty, and we've got an 8 and we've got a 6. Okay, and then we have let's see, do 8 from Dark Admiral, a 6 from Ethereal. Brian says 8. Oh, okay, 8, 6, and Black Spider says 6. And Joe says 8. Shotgun would be pointing the other way. So we've got 3 8s and 2 6s.
Remember, kids, if you can't make it to the auction tomorrow, you can still donate through Ko-Fi, which is in the description down below in the video, or you can just leave super chat here.
And if you want to get an idea, I did an unboxing earlier, 280 books. So give it a good look. See if there's something you might.
There's everything, but not Just League Adventures. Those don't exist. Those aren't there.
Maranya says 20-story magazine, well-rendered cover. This is trying to go for a more sophisticated magazine audience and it succeeds. Score a 20-story 10 only because I can't score a 20. All right, there we go. And let's see. I think the pheasant tripped him. It's an English comic. Yep. My guess he's slipping downhill. One slick says 7. This is an English. This is English price is 1 pence. Mike says raise it to a 9. All righty. And let's see for the art. I think they're hunting rabbits. Went hunting and trip sounds like an English story. This is a confusing cover, says Michael. All righty. And
maybe there's an alien down below off camera. We can't see him, and he's levitating the guy up in the air. It's a secret. It's a horror or side. No.
There you go. And let's see, STOP. If you have a late bid or a late vote, just leave it in. And this is where this one goes. I'm sorry I can't share the screen with you tonight, which means keep a handle on your favorite covers that you see. Will any of them that make the 10s right now? I think we have 110, which is the Air Stories. And when we go through the 10s, we'll all figure out which one is the best. We won't worry about the rest of it tonight because if I can't share the screen.
You can't share your screen? You can always just send me the link of the tier list and I can always share the screen.
We found a way around it. There you go.
I mean, I got to go, guys. Later.
Yeah. Actually, let's test that, by the way. There you go. Okay, here we go. I am sending it to you right now. This is the link, and see if you can't share it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
that being okay, with that being done, we are on cover number 8, so it's my turn again, right? And I get Bedtime Tales number 5.
Yay! Bedtime
Yeah,
Tales.
my daughter's here. All right.
She's been here.
All righty. I know, I was joking because it's
how was that ribeye?
Racy cover. Yeah, how's the ribeye? Yeah.
That's what I want to know. She said she was making it earlier, and I want to know how good was that ribeye?
Okay, so there were a couple. I found these. I thought, okay, well, we get some romance, and I started clicking on it. This one's the one without the nudity. But yeah, there was a straight up Bedtime Tales. Here's my boobs. They're like, well, different time, man, different time. But there you go. This one, it's a fine painting, but she looks a little weird. Like there's no structure to her legs. They're a little wobbly, and the eyes look a little wonky. Also, are we supposed to be seeing a reflection of her? And if so, why is it a face and not the back of her head? But I don't think that's the case because the mirror is actually behind her. You see a reflecting thing. I like the colors. This one, even with its flaws, I don't know. I like it. It's pure art. I'm gonna give this a 9. What do you think there, Eric?
If the artist had maybe had her the lower half of her legs tucked behind her,
yeah,
or if she had they were under cover, this would be a very good cover. But as you pointed out, because I noticed it too,
they look rubbery.
She looks like, she looks like she should be part of a circus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's just it's too off. It's 7. As best
7.
I'm doing
Okay.
this.
All righty. How about you, RDV?
I'll go 7. Face looks nice, but the body looks like she's got ran over and she's paralyzed.
Yeah. Like the legs didn't grow all the way. All righty, and then we have MK.
Yeah, her face reminds me of what was that horror movie? I think it was called Valentine, where the guy killed all former girls and humiliated them when he was older.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that movie.
Okay, yeah, I remember that movie.
It's like a retro mask type of thing. I'll go 8.
I mean, I don't know if Marilyn Monroe went much later, but I mean, this was the look they had for a lot of the starlets back in the day.
Yeah, the hair especially is pretty.
The heavy eye makeup, mascara,
like really, really old school. Yeah.
Oh, before we move on there, RDV, can you put New Fun #1 into the 8s as well as the alley-oop?
Which is the snow. Oh, okay, that one. Okay.
Alley-oop, yeah, the one with the dinosaur.
All right.
And New Comics #1, the one with the snow, was 6.
Okay.
Air Stories is a 10.
Okay.
Famous Funnies #6, the yellow one.
Yep.
Was a 9.
Okay.
And so was Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think I ever scored out the
Mickey Mouse was a 9 or 10?
Yeah, no, it was a 9.
Okay.
And then I didn't score out the Go for the 20 story mag. So we had 2 6s and 2 7s going against 2 10s and 2 9s, leaving 4 8s. So that's an 8.
Cool.
All right. And let's get to the chat for this one. And One Slick saying that's a bust in front of the mirror. Yeah, I found that out when I saw the reflection in the mirror. Ethereal says 7. Undead Quinn says 7. Joe says 7. So that's 3 7s. 1, 2, and 3. And then we have Michael Taylor saying 9. Leon saying 8. And Dark Admiral saying 9 as well. So we got 2 9s and an 8. Let's see. What's that selling? Her feet are way too small. Yep. 1935 cheesecake cover. 8 because, as he said, the legs are off. Okay. And here we go. And we've got...
she sit like a walrus. Or
8
sea lion.
From One Slick Dude in saying that is a bust in front of the mirror. Great Google it. Ashley says 7. And we have Bedtime Tales 5, definitely appealing to more mature audience. Art style of the day. Comics weren't just for kids. Sells book to target audience. Score a 10.
This might have been an adult. This might have been an adult pulp magazine for adults.
Yeah, probably. It was.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna...
Probably I felt must have gone back in time, says Joe. Dance says hard 3.
You know what though? Did you see that they took a photo of Shirley Elon Musk, and he's got the Captain America physique.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was several years ago.
But still, it's resurfaced again, and I just like yeah. So when people say like,
Mike says now I look at it, it's more of a 7. No, it's not My Bloody Valentine. Valentine, that was that was a 2000s horror film as well as this 1970s. But he's talking about a different one, starring the guy who was in Angel.
And
All right, that's the last bid. So let me get the stock.
I'll say this: My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, story.
No, it wasn't.
Awesome ending song. The credit song is awesome for My Bloody Valentine, the original.
So this is what we got. We've got 1 3 taking down that 110, and then we've got 7 7s taking down both 9s and all 5 8s. This is a 7. Alrighty.
Yeah, My Bloody Valentine is like. My Bloody Valentine is like Scooby-Doo, the minor 49er, but he's actually a villain, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one with the
so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are entering the Christmas season, and I want to do like Halloween. I want to make it an all Christmas book kind of thing. So I was wondering, what title would you like to see the Christmas comic book covers of? Obviously, it's got to be something that's been around for a while, but like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, I'll go through them. I'll grab the covers from that particular title.
There you go.
And
there you go.
Yeah.
How about? Well, you're probably gonna. I don't know if you're probably gonna do this, but like till to do the Donald Duck and all.
That's already in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I already had that.
But I'd say Hanna-Barbera.
All righty. Any particular thing there, Eric?
Nothing really comes to mind that could fill. Yeah, I could. Like, I don't know if there's any titles, any superhero titles that have enough Christmas issue or covers.
Does Richie Rich have?
Okay, I'll tell you straight up. Archie is getting his own. Disney's getting their own, and Richie Rich.
What about Harvey? Does Harvey have their own Christmas stuff?
Richie Rich is Harvey.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. I've got Batman. Let me add in Superman and Spider-Man, and those are, yeah, we'll check that
Looney
out.
Tunes. There's all yeah, there's a bunch.
And here we go.
I was gonna say Lone Ranger.
Oh, you know what? You could do DC or Marvel. Well, DC Christmas specials that became holiday specials. There's probably enough of them. Or maybe certainly if you combine Marvel and DC.
Oh no, there's enough from both of them.
Because they have the holiday bag, grab bag stuff from Marvel. And then they have but
Okay, I got it.
and I was looking at, I mean, because we've been looking for those covers too, because we're gonna read some Christmas stuff, and I was like,
yeah, definitely do the Punishers. Those are popuir. But here you go.
but I mean, like the Spider-Mans, like there isn't that many covers that are considered Christmas covers out. You get the older ones, all the newer ones, like Tangled Web are the ones that have Christmas stuff.
There are some out there.
Batman's got ones.
Batman has a couple of my favorite of all time.
The Mr. Freeze one, I love that. The Adventures, Batman Adventures. I love that one cover. But man, there's not a single category in here that I would not vote for. Dang it.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, this one.
All right, I want Hanna-Barbera. Don't let me down, guys. Holy crap, I think they haven't. 10 votes are on my Hanna-Barbera. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think you have a problem with that, Wow, it's just like a complete.
I forgot my audience is here is like 50 plus.
I'm surprised DC Holiday isn't getting more, to be honest. But yeah, I guess.
Well, what I would do is, like with Marvel Holiday and DC Holiday, I would take some of the books that don't have a lot of issues in them. Like for Marvel, probably the Punishers, because I know there's only like Eric was saying, you've got the Christmas books, which were numbered, but you also have the one-shot specials like the Punisher stuff. Or in DC, the Lobo Paramilitary Christmas special would be one of them. All right, that being said,
I know Flintstones had their own holiday one. We read that last year. That blew up.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
The Christmas party. So.
Hey, I had a question for you guys. Which have the better intro to the show, the Jetsons or the Flintstones?
Flintstones, beat the Flintstones.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to remember the Jetson thing because I only remember
the Jetson is with him. Meet George Jetson, and the family's coming up, and daughter Judy. And then he flies. Then he flies to work, and his ship turns into a briefcase. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty neat, but Flintstones is more iconic.
Flintstones, it rolls off your tongue more better. Yeah,
all right, Eric. They did a crossover, didn't they?
You did, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay, Eric, here you go. You have the big book of Western comics.
Ooh, Western comics.
Just ignore the autograph in the middle of the title.
I'm going to say 9.
All right.
Is that Scott Eastwood's? No, it's good Eastwood's.
How about you, RDV?
Get along, cowboy. My first train hold up. Every kid wants to learn a story from the villain. Here, kids.
Get along, little dog. Is this my first train?
I need your
robbery. No.
Winchester, welcome.
So what do you score this, bub?
I'm gonna go 9.
All righty.
Too much stuff. I mean, I want to see more of the cover, but there's this. They cut it off by the huge big book Western thinking, you know,
It's a sign of the times because, you know, they had to get that rack space. MK, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, pretty cool. I like the detail. You know, it's really to the point Western. You know, I love the horses. The horses look really nice. And he definitely just like shot at somebody or something. You can see the gun smoking. Yeah, I'll go 10 on this one. I like it.
All right. And
He's
I'm
a horse
going
thief.
9 as well. I think the art is really good, but the text kind of messes it up. All righty. Leon says, Brian Stam says 9. Flintstones meets the Justins, says Leon Haley. And then we've got Santa with Rudolph covers, says Michael Taylor. I want to make it so like the last one. Every day is going to be Christmas during December. Brian Stam says 9. Great Googly Moogly says 8. Undead Quinn says 6. And Ethereal says 7. And Joe says 8. So it's a 6, 7, 2 8's a 9.
are we doing the 25 days of Christmas?
8 and 9. Let's see, 3 shows a week, 4 shows a week.
Sorry,
So by
Gail,
the time-
it's Christmas month.
Well, at least we're doing the 16. All righty, so let's see. Maranya says, big book of Western comics. This has the pulp novel feel to it. Way too wordy, but the art is good. Score Winchester, welcome 9. All righty. Let's see, 15 cents. Text art ruins it. Give a 9 for the art, says Michael.
Well, you see, that was probably a sign of inflation, you know.
These were big back then, says Leon. Give it a 7. And One Slick says 9. So we have 2 9s and a 7. 1, 2, and a 7. All righty. And once again, if you have a late vote, just put that on down there, and we will include it. For now, though, let me get this down.
Where are we going?
Okay. And we have 1 6, 2 7s, and 2 8s, taking out the 1 10 and 4 of the 7 9s. We still have 9s. That goes to the 9. All righty. And let's move on. And this is RDV's turn. RDV, you have Dimes Mystery Magazine.
Ooh. Just give me a second. I gotta wait for it to pop up my phone.
Okay.
There it goes. Wow. Guy's cracking the whip. The girl's just watching. The other guy is like, hey, that kind of, I look closely at that guy. Kind of looks like Martin Sheen a little bit on the left.
Also, the girl's got hands around her throat.
Yeah, it's Martin Sheen, and the guy cracking the whip is Tom Lee Jones.
Actually, kind of looks like Alec Baldwin to me. I don't know.
Well, no, that's the guy with the gun in the background.
Oh, okay.
He's
the dude. He's the dude that shot the body they're burying.
That's 10.
Alrighty. How about you, MK?
Yeah, I could see the Tommy Lee Jones expression with that guy whipping. Face totally looks as that grumpy look. Initially when I first saw it, I thought the chick was like looking at the guy's butt, like, but she's trying to climb up the fence, you know. I just noticed that she's being strangled. I did not notice that before. Yeah, lots of cool detail. Definitely like a darker tone. Yeah, I'll go 10. Yeah, pretty cool.
Okie dokie.
It's in a cemetery too, so that's always pretty bad.
Eric, what do you think?
That's 10.
All right. Told you, they always get better as we go. I actually took one down for Christmas that was freaking incredible. It was the final book. So I thought, wait a second, why do I have it here when I want to do Christmas books? So we'll see it again. But yeah, I'll show it in the rejects. It is so good. Alrighty, and yeah, I'm looking at this. This is an excellent cover. I'm wondering though, because who's the good guys, who's the bad guys here? I think they're all bad, and she just get caught up in it. I'm giving this one a 9. Let's go to the chat. Brian gives it a 10. Undead Quinn gives it a 9. Michael gives it a 10, and Joe gives it an 8. So it's an 8, a 9, and 2 10s. There you go.
That's the demise of Nancy Drew. That's what you're looking at.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Time Mystery Magazine, well rendered, sells the book, says Maranya, to its target audience. Score a mystery 10, and Dark Admiral agrees with her, giving it a 10. But Undead Quinn, like me, says it's a 9. So does One Slick, and Ethereal says it's an 8.
You know what I learned?
1, 2 9s and an 8.
We all
Alrighty.
we all like the dark, creepy horror covers. We're like, we don't want no happy ones. Bring on the doom and gloom. Murder.
Right. He needs Photoshop XD, says Undead Quinn. All right, let's get the stop. And if you have a late vote, by all means, put that in there. And let's get this down. And we have 2 8s, taking out 2 of those 7 10s. And then we are left with 5 and only 4 9s. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is our second 10 of the night. Alrighty. And that leads to, well, if I had 8, now this would be MK's turn. Alrighty, and let me get the go for Detective Comics. Nope, not that Detective Comics. This is Detective Comics Weekly. Alrighty.
Oh.
We just gained 4 more votes.
And this is flat out they're shoving it into newspapers comic book, because this is straight up newsprint.
Cool.
All right, it's on you, MK, and it's Detective Comics Weekly 102.
Nice. Love the
Detective
noir,
Weekly anyway.
the classic noir feel. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go 10. I like it. It's just a staircase, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. Gangsters, I'm like way back.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
Oh, this is as 10 as 10 gets. Great shadowing. This is really cool.
All righty. And RDB.
I love the border around the bottom font. It reminds me of Go-Go Checks.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
it looks like a pizza ad.
Right? Tear it off,
And to more great short detective stories here. You can have a slice, and I don't know what I'm doing.
It looks like they actually know it reminds you of in Robin when they put the wanted signs up and they put on the poster.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a stamp too. Almost.
The parchment they use. But what's crazy about this is that the guy in the bottom is dead. Because that gun already shot and fired him. He hasn't fired his gun yet.
I think he has, but also I don't think that gun is hitting him. If you follow the trajectory, it is going. That bullet's going in front of him, and a little bit high also, like he was going for a neck shot.
I don't know. Anyway,
so
yeah, it is a 10. If you do not think it's a 10, please explain to me why you think it's not a 10. Don't
That's a good idea.
Because this is probably the best cover of the night.
It's got great atmosphere. It's obvious noirish. The shading is done. Even though the guy is in a black coat, black shirt, black hat, you can see all the details. That is some great freaking inking right there, ladies and gentlemen. The not so much detail on the guys, but they're supposed to be low men in long coats. And yeah, this is amazing. The light just shining right there on him. You can see the shadow. The shadow's a little wonky because the light seems to be coming from here, but his shadow suggests that it's coming from here. But still, I'm going to forgive that. This is a 10. All righty. So Brian gives it a 10 and Undead Quinn gives it a 10. All right. 1 and 2. And we have Dark Admiral with a 10 and Leon with an 8. Why? Maranya says, Detective Weekly noir movie and pulp novel feel. Sells the book to multiple target audiences. Scored Detective 10. 9 from Joe, an 8 from Ethereal, and a 10 from Michael Taylor, and a 9 from One Slick. So we got an 8, 2 9s, and a 10. Alrighty, an 8, 2 9s, and a 10. Alrighty. And there you go, guys. Let me get the stop up here. And once again, if you have a late bid, just toss that in there. And if it changes anything, we will change it. But this thing right here has 2 8s, 2 9s taking on 9 10s and losing. This is a 10. our third 10 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. And it's back to me. What year was Black Mask made, Eric?
With the movie?
The villain. What year was that? Did he come out? It was 85?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Batman 386, whenever that would have been.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't have the context.
Okay. Because I thought it was kind of cool when I found this comic. This is Black Mask #1.
This is 1985.
From 1935. All right. All righty. So once again, I mean, look, this is a case where the lettering is not getting away in the art. Unfortunately, they pushed the art down to this one little square. But fortunately, what they do give you is bright. It looks photorealistic. It's making a Chinaman the villain. It even looks like this guy's going to fall on his own knife after getting shot. It is. I love the colors. They pop. This is awesome. I'm giving this a 10. All right. How about you, Eric?
Okay. Pop quiz. Earl Stanley Gardner. What's he best known for?
Sandwiches. I have no idea. What is he best known for?
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason. Okay. Okay. I see what the art of the writer.
Yeah, this is a 10.
All righty. And RDB, what says you?
Well, I don't know if he got shot. It looks more like he jacked him in the face with his left fist.
He got punched, shot, and stabbed.
Yeah.
And hit with the candlesticks.
You know what this also reminds you of? Probably the greatest movie ever made that's on a poster behind Eric.
Well, that's the second best movie ever made. Commando is still #1.
You know, I like it both, but I like North by Northwest a little better.
All you guys are telling me is you haven't seen Biodome.
This is a 10 because this looks like Cary Grant running away from the villains.
It looks like Liam Neeson punching Cary Grant while Jet Li is trying to kill them both. All righty. And MK, what do you say?
Or he's bringing them their noodle order.
But no, you guys are wrong. It's a pizza guy.
Dun, 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 dun.
The first guy looked like Gregory Peck a little bit from the side, slightly.
Well, that's something Gregory Peck.
I think he actually looks a little bit like Cary Grant, honestly.
Yeah. I guess I'll go 10. This is just a cool action sequence. Yeah. With the
all right.
I like that window with the wire on it, or grating, whatever.
All righty. And Ethereal says 7. And then we have Brian with a 9. All righty. We've got a 9 and a 7. And then we have 1985 was DC's version, says, well, MK. Let's see. Joe is answering your question, Perry Mason. Dark Admiral says 9 would have been 10 if they actually showed the Black Mask. Alrighty, and Great Googly Moogly gives it a 10.
I call shenanigans. The Black Mask is on the cover. Look at it. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right between Black and Mask. Black Mask #1 pulp novel feels to the cover. This sells the book to its target audience. Score a Black Mask 10 from Maranya. One Slick says 8. Small art on white cover doesn't sell well or work well, says One Slick. And then Michael Taylor says 10, and Goober take off on Cary Grant. Jude did. Yeah, Gomer did that too. Let's see. Judy. Can you say it real quick? I think Goober did that. Judy. Yeah. All right, so we have an 8 and a 10. 8 and 10. Okay, let me get the stop. And if you do have a last-minute vote, please feel free to put that in there. And before we go to voting and all that, I'm going to show you guys the rejects. That way people who usually leave can actually see what we missed. And, yeah, see, you can tell me what you would have taken out, what you would have put in. We have 1, 7, 1, 8, 2 9s, and they're taking on 7 10s and losing by 3. This is our last 10 of the evening, last cover of the evening. But there you go. All right,
That's
move
it?
that up, and I'll let
It's
me
a 10?
get to. Yep, that's 10.
All right. And the joke's on you.
Let me get these.
They're
rejects.
going to leave regardless. Like, either you're clever,
I'm sure, yes.
or we'll do the ranking afterwards, and then like, nope, we're gone. Because of them,
Yeah, well, they do what they do.
It's 10 minutes to midnight. They're out.
I'm 10 minutes to midnight. Don't cry in my coffee.
You don't drink
Alrighty.
Mhm.
That is true. That is very, very true. Alrighty, and let me get
I put the
these.
cream
Let me
in
get
the
this all
coffee.
set up.
Yes, I do.
She's the cream in my coffee. Okay.
Wake you up for breakfast.
Before you go, yes.
No. It's Sammy
What? No?
Hagar and Van Halen.
Oh, okay.
Wake you up for
Um,
breakfast. Yeah, the same song.
alrighty, and here we go. Let me share this out, and you'll see the rejects, and then we'll get to the votings and such. Okay, there. This is. Well, here we go. King of the Royal Mounted. This is another little big book,
You got to share your screen.
and this is another. Oh, did I what?
Yeah, it's showing
The
mine.
browser.
Is your browser not supported,
okay.
so you can't see it now?
It's not. God damn it! I can't show them off. Sorry, guys. I can't show off the rejects. Alrighty, let's share your screen back up, and we'll go through the voting. Sorry, guys. I wanted to. So we've got an obvious number 12. We've got an obvious number 11. Let's do the 10, 9, and 8 with the 8s. Let me put on the go for 8s. I don't know why it's StreamYard. StreamYard is saying it's having a hard time there. Have a good night, One Slick. Okay, RDV, you start us off. What is your favorite and least favorite of the 8s?
This is kind of like challenging. I'm gonna say probably my least favorite is the Jack Woods,
Okay.
because it just looks like a everyday run of the mill Sunday newspaper clipping.
Okay.
Favorite?
And what's your
though?
favorite?
Honestly, it's a toss up between the guy falling and the other one. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go with the guy falling with a shotgun.
All right. Eric, favorite and least favorite of the 8s?
I concur with the doctor.
Wow.
The guy falling is the best and Woods is the worst
Yes.
of the 8s.
Mhm.
Okay, MK, what's your favorite and least favorite of the 8s?
Yeah, pretty much the same. The fallen shotgun, the best, and the worst. The Cowboys in space.
Oh, it won't let me do anything worse. Oh, that sucks. I can only do this. That sucks.
Okay, so Cowboys falling in space is the worst or the best?
Oh no, I think the Jack Woods is my least favorite.
Okay, and
the guys
all right.
falling with shotgun's the best.
I agree with you guys on the worst of the 8s, but not on the best. I'm going alley-oop. Okay, and let's see. Best is alley-oop, says Maranya. Worst is Jack Woods. Okay, I guess we know which one's going to be at the tail end of this. Does alley-oop make a comeback? Best is alley-oop. Worst is tripping English dude. All righty. And then we have, let's see, oop boxes. Says, oop and boxes. Okay, I got you. Alley-oop is the best. Woods is the worst. I think we need to verify the validity of VENKMAN's doctorate. I signed it myself, sir. Alley-oop is the best, and the third one is the worst.
That's the last time we ever heard from Austin Proctor.
Yeah. Alley-oop is the best. Third is the worst is Michael Taylor. Alley-oop favorite. The others kind of tied. Well, take a sharp stab at it. Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, we don't need, because it is, let me go to it, because
In my medical opinion, I would say the worst is Jack Woods. But
the worst of them is obviously the Jack Woods, if you want to move that down there, Venkman, because it has no positives and 6 negatives. And then we have 6 positive. Well, hold on. We have 3 positives, 3 negatives for the Falling Englishman, and we have 6 positives, no negatives for Alley-Oop. All righty, let's move to the 9s.
Cool.
And let's put a go for the 9 in the chat. And what do you think, RDV? What's your favorite and least favorite?
Favorite is Mickey Mouse. Definitely.
All right.
Least favorite is the Western.
Okay.
And if Eric agrees with me again, I'm getting a lottery ticket.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if I count, but I agree with you. So, yeah. All right. The best is Mickey Mouse. And the worst is Western. How about you, Eric? What do you say?
I'm going to say the best is ha-ha! And the worst, oh man, that is close, but I guess it funnies.
Okay.
All righty. And let's go to the chat where Brian says Steamboat Willie's the best, Funnies is the worst. Okay. And we've got
best movies, Mickey, and the worst.
Sorry.
I was going to say the same. I agree with Eric. I was the same exact thing.
Who are you again?
I made it almost to the goddamn end of this show and didn't skip anybody. And then right there, damn it. What was the worst there, Em?
No, I was saying Mickey's the best and worst funnies.
All righty. Okay. Let's see. Steamboat Willie's the best, says Brian. The funniest is the worst. You guys are high. All right. Let's see. Best is the funnies, worst is the Western, says Maranya. And then keep it as it is, says Dark Admiral, saying the best is the funnies, worst is the Western. And then we have Mickey Mouse is the best, funnies is the worst.
I'm just going to move Mickey Mouse over to the left.
Funnies is the best, Mickey Mouse is the worst, says Ethereal. So closey, LOL. Y'all are Disney shills, not recognize a great cover that sells a book, promises what delivers, namely funnies. But that's a really good cover. If we were saying a bad cover was Disney, okay, I could see the shill thing. All right, let's get the stop on that.
I don't shill for Disney. They don't pay me.
All righty, we get the stop. And here we go. We have no positive, all negative for Western. So that's on the tail end. And then we have 3 positive, 5 negative for Famous. And then we have 6 positive, 1 negative for Mickey. So Mickey's in the front there on the 9s. And then we have going to the 10s. All right, let me put go for 10 in the thing there. Go for 10. Bring out your dead. I'm getting better. All righty, RDV, best and least favorite and favorite of the 10s.
Favorite is Black Mask.
All righty.
Least favorite, you know what? I'll go with the airplanes. Because the other ones are just awesome.
Yeah, it's still a good cover. I mean, these are all really good covers, but we have to line them up somewhere. Eric, what do you think?
My favorite is the Detective Weekly.
Okay.
And I guess my least favorite, and geez, this is, there are no losers here. The one right next to it, though, to the left. I mean,
Detective Magazine.
Second one, yeah.
All righty. MK, what do you say? Your favorite and least favorite of the 10s. We're going to find out what goes to the bracket fights.
Yeah, mine's also going to be different from the previous two. My favorite's the plane, and my least favorite's the Black Mask.
All righty. And my favorite is Detective Weekly, and my least favorite of these is Detective Magazine. All righty, let's go to the chat. 10, best is the World War I dogfight, worst is Black Mask. All righty. And then we have Dark Admiral saying Plains is the fave, Black Mask is the least. Okay. And then we've got 10 best is Black Mask, worst is the Choking the Woman cover, Detective Weekly. Yep. All right.
No, I just got a text from Zach. He didn't pick a best, but he did say Black Mask was the worst.
Right.
What do you mean? Zach likes the one where the guy is whipping.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Ethereal says the third one is the best and the first one is the worst. All right.
Look,
And
if he didn't want to hear us do this stuff behind his back, he would show up so we could do it to his face.
Yeah, he didn't want to show up for the top 5 either.
Have a good night, Dark Admiral. Let's go to, we got all the votes, so let me hit the stop, and we will figure which one is going to go to the bracket fights at the end of the season. And we have one book with no positive and 3 negative, and that is, hold on, Leon's getting his best is Air Stories.
Okay.
Do you have a worst there, Leon?
Black Mask.
And Black Mask is the worst. Okay. How does that change things? All right. Oh, Michael Taylor says I missed him. This is tough. Detective Weekly is the best, and the second is the worst. Okay, so he agrees with me and Eric. All righty. So we have one with 4 now negatives and no positive, and that is Detective Magazine. There you no, it's the second one. Yep, it goes all the way down. Then we have a tie for how it settles. They end up with 2 positive, or at least a score of well, actually no. Here we go. Next up would be Black Mask. Okay, it's where it needs to be because it had 2 positive, 4 negative. And then we have Air Stories having 4 positive, 2 negative. And Detective Weekly has 4 positive, no negative. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our number 1. Going through this, we have, I think at number 12, number 12 is New Comics, number 1. Number 11 is Bedtime Stories, number 5. Jack Woods, that's New Fun Comics, number 1, is 10. 9 is The Falling British People. 8 is Alley-Oop. 7 is the Big Western Book. 6 is The Famous Funnies. 5 is the Mickey Mouse merchandise. 4 is Detective Magazine. 3 is Black Mask. 2 is Air Stories. And the number 1 cover from 1935, of at least the ones we saw, Detective Weekly 102. There you go, gang.
I thought 9 was The Fall of Britain.
Right. There you go. All righty. So, okay, I'm going to ask you guys on the panel, please, ladies and gentlemen, answer this as well. Did you enjoy looking at these older covers?
I did. You know, especially when we got towards the end there, because you started opening out like Detective Weekly, Black Mask, you know, and the Tom Lee Jones whipping people.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. Like I said, when you started going off with Alley-Oop and Jack Woods, I was like, oh, and then the funny is like, where are we going here?
Well, I wanted to have stuff that represented, like, we've got war, we've got horror, we've got detectives here, even the bedtime stories. Yeah, some cheesecake.
Oh, that's the horror one. Okay.
Yeah, the cheesecake is the horror. Yeah. Well, the horror would be the one where the woman's being strangled while everybody's graveyard.
You ever think that maybe she's not being strangled? Maybe she's being caressed by the guy?
Like maybe she's getting a massage because they're digging up her husband and she just needs to relax.
That's the old crone holding onto her daughter.
Yeah. Now, my plan, by the way, and I said this before, this is a show that can go on forever and ever and ever. We never need to stop this.
Well,
unless
friends to the show that never
ends.
We're so glad you could attend.
Started watching it, and now we'll never stop. Now
if we do 1 year season, we're looking at we're looking at 80 years or 80 seasons before we get to now.
I'll be croaking off by like 1972.
Right. I hope not. But yeah, I thought it might be fun because I was looking for reasons for us to visit the golden age again. You know, we started off with the war books. We kind of got away from that. I'm thinking, you know, getting into that again is a lot of fun. So that's why I decided to do this. So next time, maybe I'll do one a week. I don't know. But next time it will be 1936, and we're just going to go from there. So there you go. Thanksgiving covers are literally right around the cover. We will be doing food covers and Thanksgiving covers next week. I'm thinking before, like maybe doing food covers and Thanksgiving on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow, depending on me and Gail are going to go out to the movies at 5, but we'll be here. If she goes to sleep early, I was thinking of doing a 10:30 to catch up, you know, because we didn't do one on Sunday. If you guys would be up for it, you know, I'll leave a message. See,
what day are you talking about?
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. You're doing an auction, then a cover ranking.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking about Thursday. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are up for it on Thursday, we could do one to catch up for Sunday when we miss one.
Nah.
No. Okay.
No, I'm just being contrarian.
Oh, okay.
That's what I depends on the game. What is the Thursday night game this week?
Okay.
That was a rhetorical question. I didn't expect to get an answer in this panel, but I'll look. Let me see.
Hey, I'm good, dude. So I got a quote for a movie for you. Do you know what movie is this quote from? Is it safe? Do you know that?
Oh, that's from a movie called The Marathon Man with Dustin Hoffman and don't tell me. God dang it. Oh my gosh, I know him. I see his face. He was in Sleuth. He was in Hamlet. He's Laurence Olivier. Laurence Olivier. Yeah. By the way, if you never saw it, see a movie. A movie called what?
The villain was George Soros.
Okay. But yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Good.
This was also there was a great scene, a great behind the scenes thing that I read about, where Dustin Hoffman is a method actor. So before the scene, he was supposed to be running, and then he stops to do the dialogue. So Dustin Hoffman runs, and Laurence Olivier looked at him and goes, "Maybe you should try acting, my boy." And I thought, okay, that's good.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
And in the movie Hook, while they were making it, Dustin Hoffman was talking about, okay, he's got to walk down on the red carpet, and he goes, "So what's my motivation to walk down this carpet?" And Robin Williams yelled that same line, "Maybe you should try acting." Yeah, just because it's from but Marathon Man was a pretty good movie. I recommend it.
But he did not run a marathon though.
The dentist scene freaked people out. So
well, yeah, that's the is it safe part. Is it safe? What are you talking about? I don't know what it is. It safe? And he does the whole thing. Usually when we drill into a dead tooth, no nerves. We're not going to do that today. And he goes for the live ones.
Yeah,
wow.
like I said, the reason I love Ghostbusters is because it's such a quotable movie. Every single line in there is a quote that everybody knows today.
I was wondering how we were segueing from Marathon Man to Ghostbusters.
Somebody saw a cockroach on the 12th floor.
I'm going to say the quote angle.
It's one hell of a cockroach.
Yep. And
dude, I fed you. You said somebody saw a cockroach on the 12th floor. I said, that's one hell of a cockroach. Finish the line, dude. It's your movie.
I don't want to.
Bill Murray goes, "Bite your head off, man." Yeah, all righty.
I was hoping MK would know too.
Okay, so you didn't know it. You didn't know it. It's just admit it. Okay, so here raining cats and dogs, mass hysteria. No, it's dogs and cats sleeping together, mass hysteria. Okay, so
No,
do you guys
Don's
want
the
it
Cats
tomorrow?
Living-
Thursday,
Dogs and
Thursday,
cats
if we
living
do
together.
covers, living together. There you go. Not sleeping together. Would y'all want to do?
Cat
Would y'all
dog,
want to
everybody.
be doing? Would you want to be doing bad covers tomorrow or Hawkman? If we do, I mean Thursday. Tomorrow tomorrow we are doing Hawkman.
Well, yeah,
On
like
Thursday. On Thursday, I think we'll be doing bad comic book covers. And then Friday is Charlie
Here's a
Brown.
question.
Sunday is George Perez. And then I'm going to fit in the food covers on Tuesday, Wednesday.
I was going to ask about the Spirit Awards. When would you want
Yeah,
to fit this in?
well, normally we do it at the very end of the year, give everybody a chance to see what's going on.
You want to do it right around Christmas?
You guys obviously a little maybe after,
Okay.
maybe more towards New Year's, because that'll give everybody a chance to get those last books
the
in.
list, the sample that when I did a list, I was basically the entire year so far. So it'll be a year in review.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
So if you haven't read comic books this year, you better catch up.
So yeah, we'll do it a little bit different. No, it's the not the Golden Age Hawkman. Jeff Johns won that one. Oh, speaking of, let's do the poll. Freaking hell, I forgot about it
Oh yeah, the poll.
for a sec.
I love
I
Crazy
see
how
what
like
won.
3 different Pulp brands won that one poll last week, right?
We did a poll.
No, it was just one. Yeah, it was just the one that won.
What a lucky guy.
But Jeff Johns got some great freaking covers, so it's not a bad thing. All right, 21 voters. We have 4% going to DC holidays, 23 going to Marvel holidays, Batman 23, and 47% going to Hanna-Barbera. All righty, so that's what we're going to start off on. That doesn't mean we're not going to do Batman or we're not going to do Marvel and DC, because, like I said, I want to fill up the December month
I
with
guess
the
said
holiday covers.
the animated universe for DC. I'm sure there's a lot of. I know Teen Titans Go. We read 2 of those. Our Christmas covers. Batman animated series. The adventures continue. Whatever. I'm sure there's a couple there. I know there's at least is an annual special one shot with Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I used to call him Dr. Freeze. It used to throw me off all the time because, like, is it Mr. Freeze or Dr. Freeze? Because Dr. Freeze would say, I'm like, that sounds kind of right too, but I'm like, no, it can't be. It has to be Mr. Freeze.
And Venkman wants me to warn you guys that there is an ugly rumor that I've got an entire run of Justice League Adventures from 1 to 34. That's the entire run. But Venkman wants you to know that that is not true. I do not have an entire run. Yeah. So don't show up tomorrow expecting to buy the entire run of Justice League Adventures, which is awesome. And you can hardly ever find an entire run of Justice League Adventures. So don't believe the rumors. That's what RDV wants me to let you guys know.
You wouldn't like them. They're for kids. They're childish.
It's like they're so good, it hurts you. And Venkman wants you to know that these are so awesome. Your eyes may pop out of your skull, and he doesn't want that for you guys.
Correction. They're so good that I hurt you.
Jack is saying, yeah. This is one Dark Admiral's book that he wanted, the Monster Hunters.
Well, he can't get it.
This is the first appearance of the Female Furies. This Mr. Miracle number 6.
Better than Female Furries.
Yep. Did I say furries?
No,
Furies.
You said Furies, but I said it's better than Furries.
First appearance of Hitman. Hulk. What if Hulk had killed Wolverine? Best one of the best Silver Age covers of all time. That's
you just brought up a What If. What If season 3 is in December, isn't it?
Yeah. What?
You're all excited for the new season of What If?
I haven't even watched season 2. I guess I should watch season 2.
It's probably dropping like December 3rd or something like that.
Yeah, I'll check it out. So anyway, yeah, there's going to be a lot of good stuff tomorrow night. We're going to go on for as long as we need to. Yeah, so that's basically.
You know, I was thinking you probably should have done.
What?
You should have showed those off beforehand when we had the 30 people, whatever we had.
I know, right? Yeah,
because everybody left. They're like,
yeah,
but you know what? It works in my favor.
I did an entire unboxing show, so there you go. All right, guys, don't forget to join us tomorrow and Thursday. I think I'm just going to tell Gail we're going to do a show on Thursday, and
yeah, you tell her. Tell me how that goes.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see on tomorrow. We don't have anything to do. We're going to do the auction. Thursday, we're going to go see that Red One Christmas movie. So.
Red One.
But that's at 5 o'clock, so we'll be done by the time.
Is that the one where Santa Claus has got a bodyguard?
Yeah, I know, right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the Rock, and yeah.
I just saw a trailer for that today, and I was like, "What?" I forgot what the title was.
It looks fun. Plus, goodness gracious, the guy who plays Santa Claus, I'll watch him in anything. Today, me and Gail went and saw a movie called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, which. Because we're in the Christmas mood already. We're already watching Christmas films and all that. But I thought this was going to be kind of a zany comedy, and it turned out to be a hell of a lot better than what I had in mind. I was very happily surprised. Every other Monday or so, they have these mystery movies, and we saw one about a German poet called Bonhoeffer or something like that. Bonhoeffer. And it was about this guy. He was a theologian, and he stood up to the Nazis and ended up getting hanged. And that was a very happy movie.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It was good. Gail cried. I actually cried at the best Christmas pageant ever. So what you gonna do? All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget to do all the clicking and liking and all that kind of stuff. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kid.